Hi guys. I'm so happy to be here with you all today. Um, yeah, I am feeling so heartful. I was just thinking this morning that I want to be more intentional with the videos that I am making and making space each day to film a video and then upload it. You all are receiving like the raw footage. I don't do really editing. I think I've maybe edited maybe one of my videos so far that I've posted. Um, yeah, just because it's me, right? Like it's me, and this is who I am, and I don't want to kind of distort it. I don't want to try to make it too different than who I am and what I'm presenting. I think I will use a, um, a digital platform to make an intro for my videos. That has been something that has been calling me and that I really want to try to create. So I'm excited about that. And yeah, I wanted to share with you all that this past Saturday and Friday, today is Tuesday, I attended a farmer and agricultural conference. I'm really, really big on connecting with nature and flowers and vegetables and soil and the animals and really connecting with my community. This year has really been so far um, boots on the ground, really going out there and like speaking to our brothers and sisters and really like holding space for what's coming up for people and really being a creator of love and joy. And so that has been a calling that I have felt. And so yeah, being a part of this conference, I am a level 2 beginner farmer training in this program. So yeah, I'm super excited to really just be out there and to really be growing vegetables and just learning more about different vegetables and plants and flowers, and connecting with community at large in different ways and in different spaces. And so why I'm bringing that up is because I found myself out of my head, right? Like more in my heart, and not so much grasping or having certain expectations of people and the information that was being offered. So there was so much connection, there was so much vulnerability, so much intimacy that was being created over those 2 days. There was a third day, the Thursday, but I didn't attend that portion of the conference. But yeah, it just made me feel so warm and tight. And yeah, I wanted to share that connection is so, it's like it's just right there. It's so easy. It's so easy to feel into and to allow ourselves that spaciousness to get out of our head, get out of our way, to stop doubting ourselves. And it allows for ourself, it allows for spirit, it allows for connection, it allows for wholeheartedness, it allows for us to join, and yeah, really be able to connect, not just like, yeah, we're spirit, like our divinity, but also just like the humanness, right? And validating people's humanness and validating that things are coming up, and also seeing how empowered I feel that people are at this time right now, specifically at that conference, and seeking connection, moving away from doing things alone, doing things independently, but moving more into interdependence and collaboration. And that has just been such an honor to witness and to be a part of. And so yeah, that is what I wanted to share. And I hope that you all had a beautiful weekend and that you are doing something nourishing for yourself, and nourishing for those you love. And whether you're out with greater community, yeah, just finding time to connect with your heart, connect with yourself, and sit in quietude and allow yourself to be. So yeah, now that I got that out of the way, we can move on to the course. So if you have your book, feel free to get it out. We're gonna start reading, or if you have a digital copy, feel free to read along with me. And if you don't, that is totally fine. I'm getting more comfortable reading aloud due to these YouTube videos, so I would happily read to you. So we left off on verse 20, but I am going to go back to verse 19. So let's get started. There is nothing in your world that cannot be made holy through relationship with you. For you are holiness itself. You do not know this only because you fill your mind and leave your heart empty. Your heart becomes full only through relationship or union. A full heart can overshadow a full mind, leaving no room for senseless thoughts, but only for what is true, only for what is truly real. Verse 20. The first and only exercise for your mind within this course has already been stated. Dedicate your thought to union. When senseless thoughts fill your mind, when resentments arise, when worries come, repeat the thought that comes to open your heart and clear your mind. I dedicate all thought to union. I dedicate all thought to union. I dedicate all thought to union. As often as you need to replace senseless thoughts, think of this and say it to yourself, not once, but 100 times a day if needed. It is drizzling if you all see the rain droplets. Let's continue. You do not need to worry about what to replace your senseless thoughts with, as your heart will intercede by fulfilling its longing for union as soon as you have expressed your willingness to let it do so. You do not yet understand the strength of your resistance to the union that will turn hell into heaven, insanity to peace. You do not yet understand your ability to choose that which you make real in your creation of the world. The only meaning possible for free will is this. What you choose to join with you, the only meaning possible for free will is this. What you choose to join with you and what you choose to leave outside of yourself. Your desire to be separate is the most insane desire of which you have conceived. Over all your longing for union, you place this desire to be separate and alone. Your entire resistance to God is based on this. You think you have chosen to be separate from God so that you can make it on your own. And while you long to return to God in the heaven that is your home, you do not want to admit that you cannot get there on your own. It's even this also makes me think back of the conference and how often, there's this thought or this belief that like we have to do things on our own, right? Like it's us against the world. And the truth is, it's like there's so many bodies, there's so many there's spirit within all of us, like our brothers and sisters, the oneness that we are, the one mind that we are. It's like we're not here alone, we're not here to do things alone. And so yeah, and so that's what came to mind with this verse, that thinking that desire to be separate has created that belief, right? And those decisions and those actions, but also like it's almost like that the larger piece of that is our ideal of to be separate and alone is also in regards to how we have chosen to be separate from God, from our Creator, from our Father, and also how we see God as, or this ideal that God is a punishing God, or that God is cruel, and those ideals that that have been created through different institutions and structures. So let's keep keeping on. Where was I? I think I was further up, not midway yet. Let me see. Okay. You think you have chosen to be separate from God so that you can make it on your own. And while you long to return to God and the heaven that is your home, you do not want to admit that you could not get there on your own. You thus have made of life a test, believing you can pass or fail through your own effort. Yet, the more you struggle to do so on your own, the more you realize the futility of your efforts. The futility of your efforts. Even though you do not want to admit that your efforts are futile, you cling to effort as if it is the way to God, not wanting to believe all effort is in vain, or that a simple solution exists. Right? It's like we have to effort so much, and we have to earn it, and we have to become worthy through our efforting, through our work, through our hustle, through our grinding. A simple solution within your world, a solution that requires no exertion on your part, is seen to be of little value. The individual you reason is made through all this effort and struggle, and without it would not be. In this you are correct, for as you make of yourself an individual, you deny your union with all others. Right? And this is also reminding me, like, when we see things as true, like, and we believe things, we make it true for ourselves, right? Or even like when we're in dispute with someone, or we're holding a grievance or a vengeance, it's like we're making it real through the actions and through the energy that we're placing behind. We're placing behind it. So let's keep going. The rain is here. The rain is here. Okay. All your efforts, verse 23, all your efforts to be an individual are concentrated on the life of your body. Your concentration on the life of your body is meant to keep your body separate. Overcoming is your catchphrase here as you struggle to overcome all the adversity and obstacles that would keep you from having what you think you want to have. This is your definition of life, and while it defines the life you see as real. It presents you with 1,000 choices to make, not once, but many times, until you believe that your power of choice is a fantasy and that you are powerless indeed. You thus narrow what you want to offer and go after it with single-minded determination, believing the only choice within your control is what to work hard to obtain. If you let all the world recede and concentrate on this one choice, you reason that you are bound to eventually succeed. This is like how our mind, I think Yeshua here is bringing to our awareness, like the way that our mind is working, the way that our beliefs, we may even find when we're working on projects and when we're working, that it's like we have to effort. It has to take so much. It has to take so much effort to be real, to be seen by others, to be validated, to be worthy of. And so that's the story that the mind will create. Let's keep going. This is the extent of your faith in your own ability to maneuver this world that you have made. And if you finally do succeed, your faith is seen as justified. The cost is not examined nor acknowledged. Yet when this faith is realized, the cost has become quite real. Rather than feeling as if you have gained, feelings of loss will now be what you fight to overcome. What have you done wrong, you wonder? Why are you not satisfied with all that you have achieved? This getting what you want that drives your life is proven time and time again to not be what you want, once you have achieved it. Yet you think when this occurs that you have simply chosen the wrong thing, and so choose another and another, not stopping to realize that you choose among illusions. You are so surprised that you have not found happiness in what you seek. You continue living life as a test, driving yourself to follow one accomplishment with another, sure that the next one or the next one will be the one to do the trick. A trick this is indeed, for what has once failed to work will surely fail again. Stop now and give up what you think you want. So even like that there feels like a directive too, right? It's like mind goes in circles and circles and circles and circles, right? And so we know that we can't learn on our own, then to me what's coming up and what I'm feeling is, yeah, we can stop and we can ask Yeshua, we can breathe and we can feel into ourselves and give up the efforting, give up what we think we know, and create the space to receive from the universe, to receive from spirit, instead of depending on our humanness alone, or instead of depending on that we are alone, and trying to effort from that place, trying to effort from a false way, an illusionary way of how we even view our own selves, how we view the self, right? Like, and that's why, this is what this course is. It's reframing and teaching us to really, establishing that identity, and to begin to have faith in ourselves, and to know ourselves, so that we're not continually creating these judgments, these judgments of right and wrong, or these judgments of what we think we really want, Okay, let's keep going. Verse 26. Stop now and realize your reaction to these words, the strength of your resistance. Give up what you want. Give up what you want. This is surely what you have expected God to ask of you, and what you have spent your lifetime guarding against. Why would you make this sacrifice? What then would your life be for? You want so little, really. How can you be asked to give this up? Verse 27. You do want little, and only when you realize this can you proceed to claiming everything that is yours. For every joining, every union that you enter into, your real world is increased, and what is left to terrify you decreased. This is the only loss that union generates, and it is a loss of what was merely illusion. As union begins to look more attractive to you, you are beginning to wonder how it comes about. There must be some secret you don't know. What is the difference, you ask, between setting a goal and achieving it and joining with something? These do not have to be two separate things. So I'll go back to that verse and read the question again. What is the difference, you ask, between setting a goal and achieving it and joining with something? These do not have to be two separate things, but are made so by your choice, the choice to achieve what you will on your own. This is all the difference there is between union and separation. There it is. There it is. There's the definition. There's the difference. Separation is all you perceive on your own. Can you guys feel into that? Like, think back on things that you chose to do on your own, and maybe what that would have felt like, asking for help, asking for spirit to intercede, asking for Yeshua to help, trusting the universe, having willingness, having faith. What does that feel like in your heart? What is on your own feel like in your heart? And then what is the joining, the union, the asking? What does that feel like? To me, the joining and the union and the asking, it feels expansive. The word exuberance comes up. That word comes up for me a lot. Yeah, it feels expansive. And then for me, expansive feels light. It feels like, it feels liberating. It feels freeing. It feels like a load off my back. Like, it feels like I can take off the backpack. I can take off the stuff that I'm trudging along with, right? So, yeah, I invite you all to feel into that difference, to close your eyes, maybe after this video or whenever, to just feel into what the distinction of that difference feels like within you. Okay, let's keep going. Separation is all you perceive on your own. Union is all that you invite me into and share with God. You cannot be alone, nor without your Father. Yet your invitation is necessary for your awareness of this presence. As I once was, you are both human and divine. What your human self has forgotten, your real self retains for you, waiting only for your welcome to make it known to you once more. God is known to you within relationship, as this is all that is real here. Let me read that again. God is known to you within relationships, as this is all that is real here. God cannot be seen in illusion, nor known to those who fear him. All fear is fear of relationships, and thus fear of God. You can accept terror that reigns in another part of the world because you feel no relationship to it. This is reminding me too of like what we join with, like what's within us and what we choose to join with, what we forgive, and then that union that comes with that, and then what we sit outside of ourselves, what we project outwards. Like that's what's coming up when I read this verse. This you realize, let me go back. And I hope you guys can tell the distinction between when I'm reading and when something like feels called, like I feel called to speak. So yeah, let's keep going. I can see how that could be a little like that distinction may not be clear, especially for folks who may not have like the book out in front of them. So I just wanted to clarify there. It is only in relationship that anything becomes real. This you realize, and so you strive to keep far from you all that in relationship with you would add to your discomfort and your pain. To think that any relationship can cause terror, discomfort, or pain is where you err in thinking of relationship. You think that to come in contact with violence is to have a relationship with it. This is not so. If this were so, you would be joined to all you come in contact with, and the world would be heaven indeed, as all you see became blessed by your holiness. That you move through your world without relating to it in any way is what causes your alienation from the heaven it can be. Remember now, so we're in verse 32. Remember now one lovely day, for each of you has had at least one that was a shining light in a world of darkness. A day in which the sun shone on your world and you felt part of everything. Every tree and every flower welcomed you. Every drop of water seemed to refresh your soul. Every breeze to carry you to heaven. Every smile seemed meant for you. And your feet hardly seemed to touch the soft ground on which you walked. This is what awaits you as you join with what you see. This awaits you as you place no judgment on the world, and in so doing, join with everything and extend your holiness across a world of grief, causing it to become a world of joy. So that was the end of Chapter 5, Relationship. And tomorrow we're going to start Chapter 6, Forgiveness and Joining. I just want to show you guys my book. I have so many notes that just was like coming to me when I was first reading Chapter 6, Forgiveness / Joining. So yeah, I'm so happy that we could be here together today, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are when you see this video, and at whatever time you see this video, because whenever you watch this, you're perfectly on time, always. So thank you again, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.